Hey, what is up guys, it's Riley or Taylor here, and in this episode of The Division we're going to talk about some of the bits of news that have recently come out. And the first bit I'd like to start off is that there's actually going to be another beta for The Division. This will be between the 16th and the 21st of February. That also includes one day exclusive for the Xbox, so that'll be the 16th will be exclusively for Xbox One, and then from the 17th to the 21st, which is 5 days, that'll be open for all consoles. This was actually leaked on an Italian Facebook Xbox website. The next bit of info is actually an article from GameStop, and they've had an interview with one of the developers, which he's gone on to say you can actually change certain visual settings on your consoles to improve the frame rate. So if you wanted to obviously increase frame rate, you prefer it at a smoother frame, it's actually being released at 30 frames a second. So if you wanted to increase that, and obviously it'll impact your visuals, then you can go ahead and do that, which is pretty cool. I think this is like the first console game where they've allowed you to do that. In the same article, he actually goes on to say about the PC port being a completely different console and how they've treated it like that. And by that I mean they've not just built the PS4 version and the Xbox One parallel, they've done a PC version completely separate. So it's not just a port, and I think that is great news because obviously the Watch Dogs console version was ported directly to PC and they just downgraded a lot of stuff with not much time. So we're not going to see any of that. Obviously I have played the beta for the PC and it does look really good and it runs a lot better than most Ubisoft ports. So that's great news to hear and read actually. Before I do carry on with this, I will say that I'm going to link all the articles and all the bits of news I have found in the description, and yeah, so make sure you do check them out. I'm not like ripping anything off, I'm just giving you the news rather than you finding it. One of the big worries I actually had about The Division, and as soon as I heard about Brooklyn not being involved, was the map size, because once I played the alpha and how quickly I got used to the streets and sort of areas like that, I started to think, is this it, and is this the size of the map? So I was always checking the forums to see if there's any sort of release from developer or somebody like that to let us know what sort of map size we were expecting. But by a great video done by a YouTuber called Marco Style, he has done a comparison between the Fallout 4 map, the GTA 5 map, and the Division map. And it actually turns out to be that Division map is actually, or roughly, the same size as the Fallout 4 map. And I remember, and so did he actually put it in his video, that the Fallout 4 map was praised like to the high heavens about how big it was. There's really not much to worry about. Bit of info I've got, like I said, I'm going to link his video in the description, because if you are anything worried about the map, then don't be. Because in the alpha you only, not in the alpha and the beta, you are only able to play 22% of the map. The dark zone only takes up 17%, so there's really nothing to worry about. Obviously you can see the picture on your screen and it just shows how big the map is going to be, especially like I didn't really notice the bottom right corner, but that's going to be a lot to do, and you've got to think of it like this as well. It's not just a flat map. Like in GTA, it's just, you know, you've got the scenery, you've got the buildings and stuff. You can actually go into buildings on the Division, you can go underground, you can go on top of buildings, so there's going to be a lot of there. That's like, it's so dense. Just wait and see. That's the only thing I can say. If you didn't play the beta, then make sure you play the open beta in a couple of days, and you'll realise how big it's going to be. And now a very good bit of news is the longevity of The Division. In an article by Games Radar, they ask, do you see The Division as a franchise moving forward? The developer actually replies, I think the Ubisoft sees The Division as a franchise. I just want to get the game out and support the game, and really focus on building this experience over the next few years. So in this article you can actually read about how they want to support it and how it's not just going to die as soon as it comes out, because that was a lot of the worry about Destiny, is that when it came out didn't know how long it was going to last, because these types of games can get boring really quickly. Take the DayZ for example, it got really stagnant and boring because they weren't keeping track on it and updating it as much as possible. And another really good example of how long games can last is Battlefield 4. I think that was actually released in 2014 now, and it's 2016, and a lot of people are still playing it. The way the developers have gone about developing the game post-launch is second to none. It's so good that they're still adding bits to it, they're still adding free map packs. And by the sounds of it, the Division is going to take this sort of route. They're not just going to release it and then go, there's your game, have fun. It sounds like there's a lot coming. And obviously with the Season Pass, they've released that you'll be getting the 3 expansions as soon as they come out. That's all they've announced, so don't think it's just 3 expansions and that's it. So like I said, I'll link all of these articles in the description. And if you enjoyed this video and the sort of layout of it, like me giving you some news on The Division, then please let me know. I'm always up for doing these types of videos, and especially what you want to see. But until then, stay safe and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.